happy that you've joined us for today's presentation, From the Classroom to the Boardroom. I'm one of your hosts, Amanda Mills, Assistant Director of Admissions. Today's presentation is being recorded and will be available for viewing on the Admissions YouTube page later this week. Also joining me from Admissions is Ryan Donnelly, who will be monitoring the Q&A during the presentation with me. We encourage you to use the Q&A to ask questions for our presenters and panel, and we will save time at the end of the program to answer them. You can find the Q&A at the bottom of the Zoom webinar screen. Now, please join me in welcoming our first guest, Samantha Nash, College of Business Undergraduate Advisor.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight we have a little presentation about our College of Business at Stony Brook University, and all about our program and some of the clubs and internship offerings that we have. And then we are going to turn it over to our fabulous student panel and our moderator, Christine Potoko, who's the undergraduate director for the College of Business. So the students can ask and answer some questions, and then we'll open it up to questions and answers for everybody, whether you have questions for myself, admissions, or one of our students. Well, let me share my screen and get started. Okay, so we're going to go over our College of Business programs first. So at the undergraduate level, we offer the business management major, our accounting minor, and then with our business management major, we do require students to specialize in an area, whether it be accounting, finance, marketing, or operations management. And we'll go over those later on. We have a business honors program for high achieving students. And we also have a long list of graduate programs, both MBAs with different concentrations and a few MSs. The College of Business at Stony Brook University also has now received AACSB accreditation, which is a great deal that we're very proud of this year. So some of you may be thinking about majoring in business. So here's some of the reasons why. A business degree definitely gives you knowledge and skills that employers want and translate across many roles and industries. So we have some industries here like healthcare, education, hospitality, entertainment, and really the list goes on. All of these industries and industries not even listed on this list, of course, need people who understand business to run effectively. Here's a little overview of our core curriculum. So all of our business management students take the same set of core classes and then later on do those specializations. So you could see that some of our core classes are an overview of calculus or pre-calc. We have foundation classes that align with our area of specializations like financial accounting, principles of finance, principles of marketing, operations management, and then we have some statistics, decision sciences, economics, ethics, and some entrepreneurship involved. Here's the 4 areas of specialization. So again, they're accounting, finance, marketing, and operations management. With the specializations, aside from those core classes on the previous slide, you do have to specialize in one of these areas, and that consists of 4 classes dedicated to these topics. So the first one, accounting, there is the specialization option, and there's also an accounting minor option. So for the difference of these, the specialization is, of course, 4 classes, and our accounting minor has 24 credits. So for business management majors, it's about 7 classes extra. If you were looking to become a CPA, which is a certified public accountant, you would want to go the accounting minor route. And that would give you more of the qualifications you need to sit for that exam. So this just lists some of our specialization courses, the minor courses, and some career opportunities. So some popular career opportunities for accounting would be like a staff accountant, an IRS agent, tax accountant, tax attorney, forensic accountant, and the list goes on. Our next specialization is finance. For this specialization, we have a whole list of great electives that are all finance-based, and we have our students choose 4 that they're interested in. And some career opportunities would be a stockbroker, financial analyst. You can get into real estate or financial planning. This is definitely one of the more popular ones. Next is marketing, which is also becoming very popular in today's world. So for this one, we have 3 required classes, which is marketing research, consumer behavior, marketing strategy, and then you choose 1 elective from the list. Some career opportunities of course, the up-and-coming social media managing, digital marketing, content creation, public relations, and the list goes on there as well. And then lastly, our operations management specialization. We have 1 required course in information systems and management, and then you choose 3 electives from our offerings. For this one, some career opportunities are department managers. You can get into hospitality or sports, consumer corporations, or consulting. We do focus on very hands-on experiences within the classroom and offer, outside clubs, fraternities, and internships outside. So in the classroom, we like to host group projects. We also have some client projects where the class will work with a company on a certain project. We have tons of business clubs and fraternities that will go on later. We'll talk about them. We have many internship offerings. The Career Service Center on campus actually hosts business internship fairs that are specifically for business students. And that's where the employers come on campus to host first round interviews, and some of our students even get hired right on the spot for internships and jobs. We offer research opportunities with our faculty for credit, and also we have that business honors program. You can see some of our clubs and fraternities. This is just a little snippet. We definitely have some more. So some of the popular ones are the Alpha Kappa Psi, the American Marketing Association, a finance society, an investment club. This is a list of where some of our current students are interning right now. So we have some at Northwell Health, and of course, the Stony Brook Hospital side, Bethpage Federal Credit Union, Deloitte, which is one of the big 4 accounting firms, Pfizer, and we definitely have many more. I was speaking before that we do focus on career preparation. So we work with the Career Center to host career fairs for the College of Business students twice a year, normally once a semester. The Career Center is available to review your resume. They host resume workshops. They can help you with cover letters. You could set up a mock interview and go over interviewing skills. And of course, there's the on-campus recruitment. This is where some of our current alumni are working. So this is life after Stony Brook. Some of them have gone on to Broadridge Financial Solutions, ESPN and Disney, Morgan Stanley, Google. And then we also offer a graduate program option, which is a 1-year MBA for all business majors. So as long as you complete our business management major and you maintain above a 3.2 GPA, you would qualify for a 36 credit MBA program that can be completed in 1 year after graduation. And then just a little bit about that business honors program for high achieving business majors. There is an admission and retention requirements. We require an interview and above a 3.5 GPA. It's designed to be faculty mentored research. You could do an experiential or creative project, and it's meant for a senior capstone experience, which would consist of 2 classes, one taken your fall senior year semester, and then the next in the spring. And that is the overview of the College of Business. So we'll definitely dive into some of those questions later. I see some popping up in the chat. And then now I'm going to introduce Christine Potoko, who's the College of Business Undergraduate Director, and she's going to moderate our student panel questions.
Hi, everybody. I think we have a couple. I see Evangeline, Trudy. I don't know who else is here. We're all mixed up as far as our students. Oh, Seth and Mackenzie. Okay. Hi, everybody. And welcome to our admissions little seminar here. I'm going to ask questions of the students so you can get a better gauge as to their experience. You could ask them questions. You could ask me questions. I'm also, besides the one of the co-directors of the undergrad program, I'm also a faculty member. And I also graduated with my master's, so I have experience on both ends. So you're welcome to ask me questions also. So I guess because I see the first one is Evangeline on my screen, I'm going to ask you the first question, and then we'll go down the line if that's okay. So our first one is to introduce yourself. So give me your name, your major, your minor, your specializations, then whether you entered as a freshman or you came as a transfer, where you're from, do you commute or live on campus, are you involved in any activities, and your expected graduation date. And if you don't remember any of those, I'll repeat them.
Thank you
So
so
just
much.
an overview.
Thank you so much, Christine, and thank you everyone for attending tonight. My name is Evangeline. Like Christine said, a lot of my friends call me Evie though, so if you hear that name pop around, that's why. I am a senior. I'm studying business management at Stony Brook. I'm specializing in marketing and finance. I'm actually graduating in December, so I am a senior here tonight. And I've been at Stony Brook since I was a freshman, so I graduated high school in 2019. I dormed as much as I could have because of COVID. So I just wasn't here my sophomore semester. I returned for my junior and senior year on campus, which has been very wonderful, to be honest with you. Stony Brook has done such a good job with just making sure everyone's comfortable and getting over that whole ordeal. As a student, besides being a student, I am also a very active member in Delta Sigma Pi, which is one of the co-ed business fraternities on campus. I've been in that organization since I was a freshman. I'm a member of Women in Business, which is a new club on campus this semester. I am a part of the College of Business Undergrad Student Dean's Advisory Board. So I get to represent the undergrad students and participate in semester meetings where we get to discuss just what's going on with the College of Business from a student's perspective with the dean, and they get a better idea of what our expectations are as students. And I am also a marketing intern at the Career Center, so I'm very involved with the job fairs that Samantha was talking about earlier. I think I covered everything. Christine, was that it?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think you did. Yes, good job. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, now we'll test Trudy. Hi, Trudy.
Hello. So yes, my name is Shruti. I'm a business management major, of course, with a specialization in operations management. I also have a minor in health medicine and society because I would like to eventually get into healthcare administration. So I thought both would be a good combo for me. I started off here as a freshman, but I was completely virtual my freshman year, the entire 2 semesters. So I'm in my 3rd year currently. I'm also graduating in spring, so I only had 2 full years on campus. So it's kind of sad, but again, as Evie mentioned, SBU did a really good job with transitioning from completely virtual to in person, and I felt that really helped me out. I'm from New Hyde Park, which is about like an hour away from here, and I live on campus. And some clubs and organizations I'm involved in. I am also part of the Undergraduate Dean Advisory Board. I'm an e-board member on the investment club, and I am a intern at the Career Center as well as an operations and talent management intern. I've previously been an orientation leader, so helping out freshman students and transfer students over the summer transition into campus life through Welcome Week. And I've been an undergraduate college fellow, so being a teaching assistant for the introductory course on campus that all freshmen are required to take. And then, yeah, I mentioned before I'll be graduating spring 2023.
Okay, thank you. Seth?
Hello, as Christine introduced me, and thank you so much. My name is Seth. I am majoring in business management, and I am focused in finance. I am also pursuing a mathematics minor. I am a currently junior. I did transfer in. Stony Brook was one of the schools that I was looking at. I graduated valedictorian from Nassau Community College, so this was kind of one of my schools that I was looking at, including a few pie in the sky reaches. I am from Lynbrook, New York, so I am not very far from Shruti. I'm a couple of maybe 5 miles away from her. I have a dorm on campus and I commute, so it's the best of both worlds, as I like to say. I am also a founding member of the Blockchain Business Club, Blockchain Business Lab here at Stony Brook University, where we focus on blockchain research. I have also started a few projects with our graduate professors in the College of, not the College of Science, but in the master's program, where they focus on more quantitative trading strategies and all of these quantitative analysis that you can get and pursue. I'm a member of the investment club, and I am going to graduate in 2024 May.
Thank you. Very impressive, all of you so far. Mackenzie?
Thank you very much, Christine. Hello, everyone. My name is Mackenzie Jr. Dormius. I'm currently a senior. My major is business management with a specialization in finance and a minor in accounting. I'm from originally born in Haiti, so I like to say that a lot. I'm an immigrant, and I'm proud to say that. I currently live in Malvern, which is an hour away. I commute. So I've been commuting since freshman year. Thank God we had the pandemic, so I took a little break for me to rest. The driving isn't easy, but it's worth it when you're coming to a school like this, honestly. And I'm part of the business honors program. Right now I'm doing the capstone. We're just about to end this semester with working with Broadridge, and next semester we're excited for that. Some of the activities and clubs that I'm part of, co-founder of the real estate club that started this year. So it's excited for us to just, me and my friends, to just start a club on campus. The process has been long, but it's worth it when you have passion for it. Also a part of the e-board for Beta Alpha Psi. It was a blessing for us to be accredited because we weren't able to be have that chapter unless we were accredited. In addition to that, also part of Sigma Alpha Psi, which is like a national honor society that is found in many colleges. So I'm also part of that, and I'm just excited to just be here tonight with other panelists tonight, and I'm just excited to speak to the students.
Thank you. Well, very impressive students, I have to say. Okay, next question. I think, Seth, you may have touched on this already, but it's okay, you can expand. Why did you choose to come to Stony Brook? So we'll start again.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So,
Me.
We'll start with Evangeline, but I know you touched on this already. So when we get up to you,
gotcha.
yeah, sorry.
No.
It's not
No
easy doing the
worries.
Zoom thing.
So like Shruti, actually, my hometown is New Hyde Park, so it's about an hour away. I didn't want to be super close to home. I definitely wanted to dorm, so the fact that Stony Brook was an hour away was truly a blessing in disguise. Overall, the campus really checked off a lot of my boxes. We're close to the city with the train. I'm still able to commute home if I need to, but I'm far enough away where I can kind of be my own person and grow, which is definitely something that I've been able to discover over the past 3.5 years. And funny story, actually, when I applied to Stony Brook, I never actually visited until after I applied. So I attended an accepted student stay in the spring, right before I accepted my offer at Stony Brook. And they had a student panel there that all of their answers and the way that they truly spoke about their experience here, just settled something in me that I'm like, this is where I should be. And it turned out to be exactly right. I never hesitated about transferring to another school, and I've truly made the most of my time here. Because of the support between faculty and staff, the friends that I've made, and the experiences that I've been able to gain as a student at Stony Brook, that's the main reason why not only did I choose to come here in the first place, but also why I stayed.
Thank you. Okay, Shruti?
Yeah, for me as well, like location was just a huge reason why I chose Stony Brook. I did want to go out of state for college, but when I was committing to colleges, like, getting all these acceptances and everything, it was COVID, so my parents were quite concerned about me leaving the state. So I've always wanted a dorm. I've always wanted to have an experience away from home. But Stony Brook was a great compromise because I'm only an hour away from home. My parents, I can see them most of the time, and I still get to have that dorm experience. And as Evie mentioned, you have the train to New York City, and New York City has so many great opportunities for us students, and even after we graduate for our career paths. So yeah, I think location is big, but I did get to visit a couple of times before actually applying, because I have a couple of friends on campus that were here before, and they told me a lot of these great things about Stony Brook, and I decided to come myself, walk around campus, see if I really enjoyed it, and I ended up loving it. So it was great to have, these friends who are already here before, give me that support for Stony Brook, for coming to Stony Brook. And I did a bit of research about the College of Business as well, and it really caught my eye. So yeah, that's why I chose to be here.
Thank you. Okay, Seth, your turn.
As in my introduction, I said I transferred here from Nassau Community College. Stony Brook was pretty unique from a perspective, from their business perspective and from their graduate programs. I was really interested in definitely finance, but as I found out when I came to Stony Brook, finance is kind of no longer just finance, and you need a really strong quantitative background. So really, I kind of lucked out because we have one of the most competitive math programs for undergraduate and graduate for the undergraduate and graduate school. So I was super thrilled. And one of the advisors here said, you need to just go get a math minor or a math major. And I wasn't terribly interested in all of the history of math, but more the tools and the quantitative kind of thinking and ways they teach you how to think. So that's kind of why I pursued the math minor. Aside from that, that's really it.
Okay. Thank you. And Mackenzie?
Yeah, my story is kind of different from everyone else. I actually came into Stony Brook with a health science major because I actually wanted to be a chemistry teacher. So things didn't turn out how it's supposed to be, but it's a blessing in disguise. I realized that I really didn't want to continue doing chemistry specifically, but I love the teaching aspect. And so that's why on my free time, I actually still tutor to high school students back home. And so I took an accounting class. I took an accounting class at Stony Brook, and I actually enjoyed it with a professor that you guys most likely would meet when you guys do accounting. And it turned out to be amazing. I realized I had a knack for it on the side because I always help my dad with his business, that he has his own business. So after taking an accounting class, I decided to travel into finance too. And I realized I like both finance and accounting. And what's great about Stony Brook, like the professors in the College of Business really take their time to make you really think by yourself instead of just always giving you the answer. And I think that's what we need in the future for our world, for us students to be able to think about situations and how we can navigate through certain things. And Stony Brook definitely has that possibility to be a movement or change for the future.
Thank you. Great answers. Okay, next one. We didn't really touch upon this, but I know some of you mentioned the Career Center. Okay, what on-campus opportunities have you taken advantage of? So this would be like workshops, the Career Center, any type of speaker series, any type of events.
Yeah, so as a marketing intern at the Career Center, I'm kind of forced to attend these events, not forced, but just like I happen to be there anyway. So that has been such a wonderful experience. And because these events are open to all students, regardless of your major or what year you are, it's definitely something that I've seen be extremely beneficial to our community on campus. Personally, my freshman year, I opted into a pilot mentorship program that the College of Business had conducted. I'm not sure if it's still going on. I know there are different mentorship programs that we have through the Career Center and through the College of Business, but through this mentorship program, I was actually paired up with the assistant dean, Amy Milligan, who she's currently assistant dean as well. And that's how I was able to be added to the College of Business Advisory Board and why I'm speaking to you guys today. Job fairs are insanely helpful and important. I've attended every single business job fair that has been here since freshman year. And I still keep up with some of these connections, even from when I first attended Stony Brook. So even though there is that like slight worry of like, oh, what am I going to do after college? When do I have to start worrying about these things? There's definitely resources on campus for students to figure that out and to help build connections. And then also a lot of the clubs that I'm a part of and organizations, they host guest speakers. So alumni or just other professionals in the workforce within specific industries, they'll come and speak to us just to get an idea of like what their career paths were and then how we can also get involved with their company. Most recently, my student org had an open workshop with a couple representatives from Discord, and the person who was actually speaking, she was an RA here about 5 years ago, where one of my peers was her resident. So it's a very small world, and Stony Brook helps connect us.
Thank you. Trudy?
Yes, so some of the on-campus opportunities that I've been able to take advantage of, again, Evie mentioned the Career Center. I used to go to the Career Center a lot last year because I was looking for internships, on-campus jobs, anything, and just to fix my resume up. And I really liked the environment there, so I decided to apply to be an intern. And, you know, Evie again mentioned that as an intern, you're required to go to a lot of these events, but these events are extremely helpful, like the job fairs. Sometimes, you know, we have to sit in on presentations as well, that like through the Career Center. So those have been really helpful as well. And then, you know, I've been to a couple of panel events. One of the events I went to was just a couple of representatives from insurance agencies, and I thought that was really interesting because maybe in the future, if I ever do want to go into like a healthcare insurance agency, that would be interesting to me. And then I also decided to apply to the business honors program, and I think that was a great on-campus opportunity because Professor Fatoko actually is my mentor for it, and she's been really helpful with opening my eyes up to research, which is something that I never thought I would be interested in. But I think just getting involved and seeing what Stony Brook has to offer, the College of Business has to offer, you know, can show you so many different things that you thought you would never be interested in. So yeah, that's all I have.
Thank you. I was going to bring that up. I was going to just mention that what you are doing, and I think you realized research is not as easy as it appeared. Yeah, so
it's challenging, but I know that.
But yeah, but once we're done, it's going to be good. Once we find out whatever we're researching, yeah, it'll be worth it. Thank you. All right, Seth.
So I did some things that I mentioned in my introduction. I'm associated with the College of Business, but I'll touch upon two other things that I didn't mention. One on-campus opportunity was the Princeton FinTech and Quantitative seminars. They are both, at the time they were virtual, but now they are in person at Princeton University. And you get to network with other students who are interested in quantitative finance, and then they invite other professors, educators, researchers from prestigious and noticeable firms to give lectures, slides, presentations, and information on quantitative finance, as it's a very new and expanding area of finance. I am also in the Business Honors Program, so I am also doing my own research that I have gotten started, which no, it is not easy at all. It is incredibly difficult. And I decided to pick something so esoteric that it's just really stretching my mind how statistics can be applied to analysis of stock data and whatnot. So you have really good professors here who can kind of not hold your hand, but guide you through the process of doing good research, performing very good assumptions, and helping you really understand the underlying mechanisms of finance and really how to think and approach from a PhD and from a very high level what people want and how people think, which is kind of where I am and more interested in. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you. I should also mention with the research projects, if you are interested in research, it isn't that easy, but I've had students that have actually been involved in papers that we have published. So if you really take it far and really get involved, it's a possibility to get those papers published that you're writing. So thank you, Mackenzie.
Yeah, for me, I think the biggest thing for me was honestly just speaking to professors. I'm very extroverted, so I think it's very important as business students to just be able to just speak. Communication is very important for us, and I think that's what allowed me to have a lot of opportunities to where I am right now. From Professor Charles Barragata, with the real estate professor Barry Stein, these were avenues that allowed me to enter certain places that I wasn't even thinking about. For example, just allowing me to intern at KPMG definitely was a blessing. For a lot of students that looking for the top 4 accounting firm is very difficult to reach. But once you speak with a lot of the professors that have already been in there, in that door, it's very easy to navigate to yourself. In addition to that, the Career Center, before I even sent my resume, I had Jimmy look over my resume over like several times. And one thing I tell students to very much be open to criticism, positive criticism, because the professors and the Career Center is not here to like demise you in any ways, but to uplift you and try to correct certain things that were need to be fixed. And I know my resume was one of the things that had to be fixed, especially quantifying what I've done if you don't have a lot of experience. And those are just certain avenues that helps students, and specifically for me, to get into places like KPMG or just my capstone project with Broadridge Financial or interning at Serini with the accountant. Is definitely a lot of opportunities. I tell students, just go to your professors after class. They're human beings just like us. They have a life just like us. So just go up to them and just ask them, hey, what did you do in the past? Is there any ways that I can improve in myself to just be able to enter certain places that I've not usually been into? And I think those are the 2 main important resources that we have on campus, like our professors literally and the Career Center too.
Thank you. All right, the next question involved internships, which I think all of you had touched upon. So I'm not going to specifically ask that question, but I don't know if any of you, have you been involved in any study abroad programs?
I did.
Okay, can you talk a little bit about that?
Absolutely. So I was kind of chatting with one of the people asking questions in the Q&A, but last summer of 2022, I went away to Copenhagen School of Business, where I took 2 classes. One was business statistics. The other class was a finance class called How to Get Rich, which was an incredibly interesting class taught by an NYU professor by the name of Rodrigo Zoltan. He's actually quite famous. He's written a few papers that were published in NYU. He's published articles in the Wall Street Journal and the New York Times about how growing up in hyperinflation in Brazil in the 1980s impacted his life and impacted how he and his brother make financial decisions. In the course, he taught a lot about derivatives in a financial sense, not mathematical derivatives. And it was an educational course on how people, entities, corporations all get and maintain wealth. So it's one of those classes where there's no really strict plan on how to get rich or to stay poor, as he put it. You can just kind of understand the underlying fundamentals of what it takes, and you can then get there. So also through through Copenhagen Business School, they offered several kind of tours. So I think I did a tour of Denmark through the college, through Copenhagen Business School, where they sent us all around Copenhagen. There's a couple of towns outside of Copenhagen, because Copenhagen is actually not Copenhagen. Denmark is an archipelago, and Copenhagen is kind of the main city. So they took us to this place called Aarhus, which is in like the northern tip of Denmark. And we took we bussed it there. It was like a 6-hour bus ride. We went to their coast, which was called Skien or Skane. I don't really remember the pronunciation. My Danish is non-existent. So they also took care of you through they kept you entertained, and they wanted to share their culture and their country to all the exchange students. I was one of the few that was from America. Most were actually from Spain, Germany, Italy. There were a lot of people from Italy, a lot of people from Bocconi University, and a lot of other very popular and very prestigious European universities. So you really get a solid education, and you get to meet all of these different people from all of these other parts of the world. A few were from Hong Kong. I really got a taste of all different culture from just like 6-7 weeks in another country. And then from there, I also went to a couple of other places. Sweden is very close to Copenhagen, and so is Germany. So a few of the weekends, I would take a train out for 6-7 hours, and you can go into another country and experience life for a day or so. So I really recommend going away. It expands your horizons, you meet new people, and you really see how life is lived outside of America. Perfect.
That sounds like I want to go now. It sounds great. Thank you. I have a student with, it's an honors student that is in England this semester. So I keep speaking to him during my office hours. We're going over his research paper. It was so good. He went last semester to South Korea and he loved it so much. This semester he's doing England. He delayed his graduation just so he could do it. So he's loving it. And I'm learning what he's doing over there. So it rains a lot, which we knew, but yeah, no, great experience. Thank you. All right. So I know the other, you didn't do a study abroad. So our next question is, what are your postgraduate plans?
So as I'm graduating in 3 weeks, it's a very rocky road at the moment. I actually just finished up a fall internship with a company called RightPoint. And I was working with them on digital strategy, which is like a mix of data analytics and digital marketing for clients. That opened my horizon up to a whole new field of what I want to do post-grad. So while I am in the trenches of finding a job, I have been keeping in touch with my supervisors there. And I have just been planning out things to look forward to beside working. Because many people have told me that I worked through my entire life and I should take off a couple weeks. So I've just been looking forward to spending some time with family and reflecting on my time at Stony Brook.
All right. Well, good luck finding a really good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Shruti?
Yeah, I'll be graduating in spring, as I mentioned before. And my original plan is, take a gap year. So currently I'm finding I'm applying for jobs right now so I can get that work experience in my gap year. And I will be applying for master's programs for Masters of Healthcare Administration in this gap year. But recently I've kind of been thinking about other pathways I could take. So I really do enjoy my time here at Stony Brook, and I was maybe considering, staying here for spring and possibly studying abroad in the summer, and then delaying my graduation, as Professor Fatogo gave an example of a student who did that. But I think as of now, I'm going to stick to my gap year plan. So I'm applying for a couple of jobs within different administrative departments of like Northwell or NYU Langone. I'm also probably looking into healthcare consulting as well. So just kind of, I'm pretty open to the type of job I want right now within healthcare. but you know, let's see how things go.
Yeah, luck could change in a semester, right?
Yeah.
All right, good luck. Seth?
So I'm very grateful for uh I'm very grateful for some of the opportunities that I've been extended. I have been recruited for one of at a hedge fund actually that someone I knew there. So when I graduate, I will have a job as a proprietary trader. When I graduate, I'll have to get something called like a Series 7 license and a few other licenses. You have to just pass some standardized tests from the federal government to trade securities. So when I graduate, I will be a securities trader. But for right now, I still have a year and a half left. So my main focus is maintaining my grades and pursuing my other ventures and little projects that I have going with the graduate school professors and working out all of these smaller, less interesting, but still very interesting projects.
Great, thank you. Okay, and Mackenzie?
For me, since I'm graduating in the spring semester, I do plan on coming back to get my master's in accounting. Because I'm going to start studying for the CPA exam. As you guys may know, it's not very easy. So I'm working on trying to get my CPA, but during the summertime, I'll be back at KPMG interning. And I'm planning on actually working in Australia because they sent out an email actually yesterday because I'm doing advisory in consulting for financial due diligence, and they're giving opportunities to certain interns to either work in Australia or Malaysia. My pick is Australia. Obviously, want to visit that side of the world. So that's my summer and my plans for after I graduate in the spring semester.
Wow, really, that's really nice. Very good, congratulations. Okay, and this is now the last question. What advice would you give someone who is starting their first semester at Stony Brook?
I love this question. It's probably my favorite one. To be honest with you, I have two answers. So one is definitely get involved. If I did not get involved beginning my freshman year, I definitely would not be in the place I am now. And the only way I did that was just finding things on campus, whether it was social clubs, whether it was peers who I had classes with that I recognized their faces, was just going out and attending events and things that I found interesting, regardless if I was with somebody or not. And two, utilize Google Calendar to your utmost ability. It was very overwhelming for me as a freshman to have to handle all of my classes and also all of my extracurriculars at the same time with really no guidance, and it all fell on me. So by having Google Calendar, I still use it to this day. I'm able to maintain that organization. But yeah, definitely get involved. I think that is one of the biggest assets that Stony Brook has, besides its academics, is the wide variety of things that students are able to do.
Great, thank you. Okay, Shruti?
I agree with Evie on those great points about how to do good here at Stony Brook. I also would recommend, just becoming friends with your fellow students in your classes, especially your business classes. I had a really hard time becoming friends with people, like finding friends within like the business college of business, because a lot of my friends are mainly STEM students, and you find that a lot here at Stony Brook. But don't worry, there's plenty of college of business students. You'll see everybody has like a different background, different story, different purpose as to why in their college of business, and it's always nice to hear all of these wonderful stories. But yeah, don't hesitate to talk, whenever you go to your lectures or classes, don't hesitate to talk to the person next to you. Ask them about themselves, see what they're interested in, especially with business. And then it's just nice to have that sort of support with the classes. You can study together. If you have to do group presentations, it's easy to work together on that as well. It'll really help you, because I had a hard time, especially my first year, because I just found it weird to become friends with people through Zoom, through like all of my virtual classes. Second semester, I had a hard time opening up a bit more, but this semester I was able to get more involved. You know, easily talk to the people around me, and I'm so thankful to have great friends that are helpful especially, with career goals, with school, anything like that. So 100%, it's definitely hard at first, but become friends with fellow students in your classes. Yeah.
Thank you. Seth?
So my advice is less practical and more general, but it's to really take care of yourself. As someone who transferred in, it's very important that you maintain your health through your college and your entire life. So if that means taking 12 credits instead of 15, do that. If that means talking to someone through CAPS, which is our mental health services, do that. That means going to the gym and exercising regularly and really make sure that you have longevity, because just because you're a student now, this is like 4 years. It's over so quickly that there's so much more to your life that if you don't focus on your health and you just focus on taking as many credits as possible and, oh, I want to graduate early, I can't advise that from my own life experiences and from everything else. It's like there's so much more to it than just your 4 years at college. You have your whole life to work and your whole life to live. So you just really got to take care of yourself through the college experience.
That's great advice. Thank you. And Mackenzie?
Yeah, I have like 3 things that I feel that are very important as students. Don't be afraid to just speak up to anyone. Like, your opinions do matter. So whether you are going through something or like say like just being able to just be vocal, asking questions to professors, like do not be afraid to just talk to a professor. I think a lot of opportunities are missed because we're too scared to just speak to someone, and the professors or the career center is like willing to just be there to provide for you guys. So use your voice. And that's what my dad always told me. Don't be afraid to just speak up to anyone. Don't be afraid to talk to someone, because like I said, we're human beings. We're all going through the same thing. And so just talking to someone can open the door. The second thing is really choosing your friend group is very important for me, honestly, because I've had these 2 friends that I've been like rocking since freshman year to now. And we've been able to grow together because we're very intentional with what we do. One is specifically finance, and he's been able to work in a Societe Generale as an investment banker and an analyst, and someone else in marketing. Choosing the right friend group really depicts how you're going to be moving throughout college. So if you're okay, certain friend groups aren't just meant for you guys, it's okay. Just find the people that really do care about you within that. And my last thing, which ties up, just find a community, whether it's your family, your friends, or anything. Find a community that's always there to support you. As college students, a lot of people, we go through a lot of things that we don't speak about, and just having someone there to just either pray for you or just push you when things are getting hard, it's very important for me, especially like if you don't know what you're trying to do in life and you're navigating. For me, who started as a health science, and I was just so scared to just go into business. I was scared that, hey, I probably wouldn't make my parents happy. And I had my brother or someone else to tell me, just keep pushing and keep pushing. And I think just having a community that's still supportive of you, I think really helps you, and it helps your mental being too. So those are my 3 advices for students that are listening.
Thank you. That's all great advice. There's one thing I'm going to add in that I didn't hear close, Mackenzie, but visit your professors during office hours. We have office hours to help you. And a lot of times, well, today I was very busy in my office hours, but normally I'm sitting there, and if you're struggling, I want to help you, and so do all the other professors, but we can't help you unless you want the help. So, ask questions, come for extra help for, either personal or classroom work. We're there to facilitate. And if we can't help, we're going to guide you as to where, where we can, get you the help you need. So with that, Samantha, I think we give it back to you. I don't know.
Thank you. So I guess we're going to open it up to questions and answers. So if anybody has any questions, if you want to put it in that Q&A chat at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, and I know people have been answering those questions too in terms of
Great.
specific to business. So that's been great too. So I've seen a lot of interaction there between Faith and students too with that. One of the things I had to ask you guys, which I get on the road a lot, is if a student wants to do accounting, you have the concentration areas and then you have the accounting, and accounting is part of the concentrations, but it's also a minor. So if you're coming in with accounting, is it safe to say that you're choosing the minor and that's sort of taking over the concentration as well, the minor?
Hi, Ryan. I'm going to jump in and answer that. So the accounting minor does substitute the specialization, so they won't need specialization accounting.
Okay.
We have a CPA licensure eligible program for students who complete the business major with the accounting minor and then go on to one of our master's degrees in accounting, like Mackenzie plans on doing in the future.
Great. That's great. Yeah. I didn't know if it would replace that. So that's good to know. The other question was that I get frequently is if students want to double major. We get that question a lot just because I think students are enthusiastic. Whether they end up double majoring or not, it's definitely not an easy task to double major, but we do see students that double major throughout all the different disciplines. Is that something that's possible with business?
Yes, absolutely. So students can double major. We have a lot of double majors in economics, psychology, but we also have the fast track MBA program that's approved with about 50 undergraduate majors, mostly in the College of Arts and Sciences. So that's a really popular program. We're admitting about 30 students right now, junior year. And that's where they earn their MBA and their undergraduate degree in 5 years. So they're saving time and money. So sometimes it's better than double majoring. You come out in 5 years with a master's degree and a bachelor's degree versus having 2 majors.
And Samantha, I'm sorry, because I know you're answering this question now, but it is a good question. So I want to, bring it up. So students asking if they want to start a company, so they're entrepreneurs. Is there any kind of mentorship with students that are looking to go into, business for themselves?
I can actually answer that question.
Great.
So I recommend Professor David Ecker, he's the professor for the entrepreneurship class. So for a lot of students may not know, like I have a patent pending right now currently, and my colleagues and I are working on starting up our own company. And lucky for me, I'm taking Professor David Ecker class, which is entrepreneurship. And he actually gave me the person to contact the law firm to start off the patent pending. So if you definitely want to start your own company, I'll definitely reach out to Professor David Ecker. He has a lot of people that he knows, and he has a lot of businesses that he currently owned, but prior to that. And as an entrepreneur, like I tell you, just go for it. It's going to be definitely hard because a lot of people just have similar ideas, but make yourself different. And it's really important about your branding and how you market your company. So like I said, definitely reach out to Professor David Ecker. He's really a great asset to use. And this is one of the things that I tell students, if you didn't ask and talk to a professor, you wouldn't know. So just go up you can send out an email or just talk to other college students that are in your class that have other companies, because I know I was taking business communication with Professor Palermo, and actually there was a student who was actually started off his own coffee business, and he actually was able to give us some of his sample. I don't drink coffee, but his coffee tastes good. So it's really amazing that you whoever said that. I'm glad that you're starting your own business, and I'm looking forward to it. So just reach out to Professor David Ecker.
So Seth, you wanted to
yeah, I'll add on because I have a few companies myself. I write on Substack about quantitative finance and about mathematics and markets. So I have my own LLC. It's a revenue generating company. We're cash flowing, life is good. And a lot of the professors here, they really want to help you. They want to see you succeed. And this kind of ties back into going earlier about office hours and forming those connections with professors, because that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't just email blasted a bunch of graduate professors. This would not have happened if I had not been interested in blockchain technologies and have gotten into the business lab with Professor Diane Giant. Her name's so difficult to pronounce. Professor Jia Yangling. I think there we go. Third time's the charm. And she has really been an incredible mentor, and you get to form all of these connections with these professors who all have business experience, running their own companies, making their own trading models. Whatever you're interested in, chances are a professor here has done it and can help you. So that's really what I needed to add or wanted to add.
And to kind of follow suit, and to kind of go off of Mackenzie a little bit more, I do not have the creativity to be an entrepreneur. I'm very sorry, but I do have friends that have that drive in them, and they are Stony Brook students. I have a friend from freshman year who currently is investing in real estate for college students, and he's been doing that since I've known him freshman year. And I also know that there's an alumni within my org who founded, and I think it's very popular on Long Island. It's called Redefined Meals. He is an alumni, Stony Brook alumni, and very popular at it. And he constantly comes back to campus for events. So not only do we have wonderful professors who are willing to give their time and effort to students who have this drive, but we also have students who have gone through it before. And I think reaching out to these people and kind of picking their brains, the fact that you're even reaching out is a wonderful first step, and something that if you're willing to just do it, it'll take you so far, regardless if they're entrepreneurs or not.
And there also is a small business development center that's located just off campus that supports the community and students as well.
Terrific. Well, that's it for the questions. So I thank you all. Amanda and I were saying what great business students these are. I mean, they were all like flying in answering questions. Also, which you didn't need to do. We were going to ask them at the end, but that's great. That's fine. We definitely are impressed. But I wanted to thank everybody for joining us. I want to special thanks to Faith and Christine, and then all of our students and our student panel here. Thanks for taking the time to talk to our students, and most especially Samantha, because she's been the connection to us to do this program. It speaks a lot to have all you here and help the students to understand more about our business program. If students have any questions about anything admissions related, we're always here. We're always available. And we do run information sessions that are general, that will go over the basics. So if any of you, want to know more about Stony Brook, we do offer those every week, multiple times during the week. And if you want to visit campus too as well. So thank you everybody for joining us. Have a great night. And thanks again to all our panelists, Samantha, Faith, and Christine. Thanks again. Okay. Take care. Have a great night.
Bye-bye.